Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So now we are going to see the solutions and explanation of end semester question paper of theory of computation, which consists of seven questions. We will see each questions one by one. So let's start with question number one. Question number one. There are three parts. There were three parts in question number one. Question number one A, question number one B, and question number one C. Okay, four parts. Question number 1A, question number 1B, question number 1C, and question number 1D. So we will see each part one by one. So first is question number 1A. Give notation of representation of the following components of formal language: alphabet, string, empty string, length of the string, prefix and suffix, languages and operators on languages. So basically we have to give the notations of all these in theory of computations components of formal languages. Okay, so alphabet, what is alphabet? It is a finite set of symbols and denoted by this symbol. For example, if these symbols come, then it says that it is a alphabet string which consists of binary alphabets. Now string, it is a finite sequence of symbol over alphabet and denoted by W. If alphabet of 0 and 1 W equal to 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 1, these are the example. Okay, empty string. Empty string is denoted by epsilon. It is a string with zero symbols and zero length. It is denoted by epsilon. And length of the string. Length of the string is denoted in a mod form. Okay. So string is denoted by W, and if we do a mod of W, so it denotes that the length of the string. So it is the number of symbol comprises the string and denoted by mod W. For example, this. Okay. Now prefix. These are the all possible leading symbol substring. For example of string W equal to TOC epsilon T TO TOC. Prefix मतलब पहले जो words लगते हैं in a string that are called as prefix. So for the word TOC, our prefix will be, first prefix will be our empty string. Second will be the first alphabet that is in our string, that is T. Then we will combine TO, then TOC. So these all are the positive prefixes. Now we will see suffix. These are all the positive telling string substring. Telling means that ends, मतलब जो आखिरी में लगते हैं ना, that strings. For example, for string WTOC, epsilon, COC, and TOC. So we will move from right to left. In prefix we move from left to right, and for suffix we move from right to left. For the string TOC, our possible substring will be first substring will be empty, and then second will be OC, then OC CO, then TOC. Okay. Now we will see languages. So notation, language can be noted by L, either L, M or N, but all that can be in uppercase letter. Okay, so it represents a set of string over the alphabet. For example, L equal to A B C D E F X Y, where all strings are formed using symbol of 4. These operators on languages. Basically, there are 4 operators which we use in languages, that can be our union, intersection, concatenation, and clean star. These operators are used to perform various operations on languages. That is, union are used to combine two language into one. Intersection finds the common string between the two language. Concatenation generates string by concatenating one string from language L with another string from language M. Okay, and clean star generate all possible combination of string from language L, including zero and more repetition. Now we will see question number 1, second part. We have to define finite automata and acceptance of string by finite automata. So what is finite automata? Finite automata is a mathematical model of symbol consisting of set of states and transactions. A finite automata is 5 tuple, which consists of set of state, input alphabet, transition function, initial state, and set of final state. State of states is represented by Q. Input state is represented by this. Transition function is represented by this. Initial state by Q0, and F is equal to set of final state. You can see the diagram or figure which shows the switching behavior of finite state. Now we will see what is acceptance of string by finite automata. So the string W is said to be accepted if the initial state and string for final state is denoted by this. So this is the acceptance of 4 languages over 0 1, and this is its description. Now we will see question number 1C. In this we have to write the difference between NFA and DFA. NFA are non-deterministic finite automata and DFA is basically deterministic finite automata. So in NFA there exists more than one transition of each symbol. Okay, means there is more than one transition, but in DFA there is only a single transition for each input symbol. It represented by this allow the epsilon means empty string, but DFA does not allow this. This is an example or representation of this diagram, and in this table may contain multiple entities, but in DFA table does not table can only contain a single entity. Now we have to state true or false. So our first true false statement was, if L is the language accepted by non-deterministic finite automata M, then L also is accepted by DFA. So it is true that when a language is accepted, when a language is accepted by non-deterministic finite automata, that language is also accepted by deterministic finite automata. Let's move towards another B. For every non-deterministic finite automata, there exists an equivalent deterministic finite automata that simulates the behavior of a non-deterministic finite automata. So this statement is also true because for every non-deterministic finite automata, there is existence of an equivalent DFA which simulates its behavior. Okay. Now another is in NFA to DFA conversion. That is when we convert from non-deterministic finite automata to deterministic finite automata of n state. There are at most 2n states in DFA. So that is wrong. There are not 2n states in DFA. Okay. Thank you.